Okay, are we live? Let's see. Hello, hello? Is this working? Double check, is this working? Yes, we are live! Hey everyone, this is Fees, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Let's go ahead and get back into the save file. This one here. And let's see what contracts we have, because we didn't accept any at the end of last stream, so let's see what we're going to do today. Alright, so I'm still not sure if you guys can hear this, but I do need to... There we go. Just silence my phone. Alright, here we go. So here we are at the KSC. Let's go into mission control and see what we have. Science data from space around the Mon. Transmit or recover scientific data from space around the Mon. When you send science data from space around the Mon, it's Sean's cannery. We're not afraid to try new things. As a result, we sometimes find ourselves in the situation of needing outside help to solve a problem. We're looking for some scientific data. We'd really prefer some new data, but we'd be really happy with any data at all. So if you could point some of those satellites our way, we'd be rather pleased. Sounds easy enough. Transmit or recover scientific data from space around the Mon. Alright, we can do that. Explore Minmus. Oops. Explore Minmus. The number of times we've achieved sudden combustion at Kerbin world-first record-keeping societies led us to consider something. We want to know what shades of green we'll see if we expose a Kerbal to high G-forces. But really, there's no sense in us still talking while there's still science to be done. Shall we get to it? Our exploration of Minmus is going according to plan. We must continue to unravel its mysteries. Prestige is significant. Expires in 5 hours, so we're probably going to take this one, but let's see. Just test our rendezvous capabilities. Park 2 vessels next to each other around Minmus. What could possibly go wrong? Docking on or around Minmus is a stepping stone to building greater things. Plus, it's one of the few times when ramming things together is encouraged. Alright, we'll take that. We can accept 2 more. What did we already have? Bring Munstone back with you. Right. Oh yeah, and Lumon. I still don't know where she is. But okay. And then, okay, Jolgar from the surface of... We'll probably just take the 2 rescue missions as well, yeah? So, Maya from orbit of the Mon. And Jolgar from the surface of the Mon. Yeah, we'll accept these 2. Position a satellite in geosynchronous orbit of Kerbin. That could be a fun one, but we're not going... Oh, obviously we can't actually accept that one right now. We've got 7 out of 7 allowed. So, let's go ahead and build ourselves... Hello? Let's go ahead and build ourselves a rocket. So, we need to get to the Mun. So, actually... we need to get to and land on the Mun. And was there one in orbit of Minmus as well? So... I think we're going to do this, and we're going to take a hitchhiker storage module as well, which are in utility. Yes. Oh, that's a survey station. What does the survey station actually do? Build things at surveyed sites. This park can be traversed in IVA. Does the survey station have seats? Come on. Hello? That was interesting. That's not what I meant to do. It has 4, same as the hitchhiker storage module. Do we need... Hello? Okay, my mouse is acting up for some reason. That's not great. Let's just take the hitchhiker because I know what it's for, I know what it does, and I know how it works. Except apparently I'm not sure where it is. Where's the hitchhiker? Is it not in... Where's the hitchhiker storage module? I thought it was in utility, is it not? Okay, that's the survey station. Is that what I used last time? I thought last time I did use the hitchhiker. Where's the hitchhiker? Alright, well we can use the survey station for now, that's fine. Is it pods? No, it's not. So... I'm very confused. Yeah, I'm very confused, but anyway. Orbital mass detector. I think that's a modded science experiment, which I've generally been trying not to use. Oh, we are going to take one of these. We don't really need mystery goo. I think we've already done the pressure. Seismic accelerometer, we are going to be landing on the Mun, so we'll take that. Okay. What's this? Okay. I don't think we need it. Oh, that is massive. Okay. So we won't do that. We can take the magnetometer. Did the magnetometer work last time? Yeah, it did, right? Okay. Do we need any other experiments? Actually, let's go ahead and take the experiments that we've taken before, because we might be landing somewhere on the Mun that we haven't been before. In which case we can not the seismic accelerometer. This, I believe, is quite large, yeah. And it's not massive, but it's not tiny either. So we're not going to use that for now. And yeah, we'll put on all the normal science experiments as well. Because again, we might be landing somewhere on the Mun that we haven't been before. Did I put a pressure sensor on this? Not yet. Are there any other experiments that I'm missing? Is that it? Okay. We'll probably come back to here in a bit. Anyway, let's go ahead and start actually building the lander. So, we want fuel. I believe these are the tanks for it. Yep. Let's go a bit overkill with the lander this time. We'll do that, and we'll grab... Do you use a Terrier or a Skipper? Okay, if I put on... Well, actually, hang on. If we did 4 Terriers, what would our Delta V be? Another clip into each other, but I can just do this. What's our Delta V? 850 meters per second, but that's at sea level. In a vacuum, 3.4 kilometers per second, so that gives us a lot... Okay, yeah, so we can do that. So that can be our lander. And then we need landing legs as well, so let's go ahead and go into ground. Are these going to extend past? Yes, they are, quite easily actually. That's good. Start those retracted. And then actually, do we have engine plates? We do have engine plates, but not any that are 2.5 meters in diameter. That's what we need. So that's fine, we can go without. Oh, you know what else we don't have on this, actually? Oh. Before I forget, because I've forgotten before, let's go ahead and get some ladders on this so that the Kerbals can get down. Do we have the extending ladder? We've got that extending ladder. Alright, we can use that. That's fine. What's this? Vapor cone generator. Interesting. Anyway, what am I looking for? I'm looking for this. Extend ladder. Extend ladder. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I was concerned about. So basically, You know what? It'll be fine. The Kerbals can get up it. Alright, retract that. Retract the landing gear. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. Oh, we also need some way to communicate with Kerbin, so we'll go ahead and put on... I think from the month these are actually enough. So we'll just go like, maybe 4-way symmetry with these? Like down here? In fact, actually maybe angled slightly back like that. Okay. Then let's get some solar panels on this as well, so that we have the ability to generate electricity. We'll put these below, like so. Also, let's go ahead and think about re-entry. So we want the heat shield and a decoupler. Probably don't need that much ablator, so we'll go with 160. Make it red, why not? And let's actually think about the function of this thing. So this time around, let's go ahead and take a cargo blister with us, or a few of them. That'll work. And we'll put some experiments in here. So EVA repair kit probably won't be a terrible idea. So we'll go with 4 of those. We'll also go with 4 EVA experiments. Oops. Although I'm not sure if these, I'm not sure how you expend the EVA experiments, so we might not need these, but just to be on the safe side, we'll also grab, okay, we can't put that in the same blister, so that's fine. We will put it into a different blister, this one. That works. And the Communitron, that fills that blister. And then this blister, we'll go ahead and put the control station. Good. And a photovoltaic panel. Excellent, that fills that blister. And what else can we use? Ground slam passive seismometer. Oh, we're gonna need some more photovoltaic panels. Alright. That's it. Oh, can we put this in here? No. Alright. Well, that's fine. Because we also have this. Go to inventory. We've got quite a bit of room in here, so let's go ahead and put in some photovoltaic panels. I think we're gonna need 1 for each experiment, and I'm not sure how many experiments. Well, let's count. So obviously this counts as power as well, so we've got 1, 2, 3. Is that it? Oh, wait. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. 5 solar panels to be on the safe side then? We'll take it. And then it probably wouldn't hurt to just have a bit more EVA fuel as well. That's probably not strictly going to be necessary, but we'll take it. And is that it? I think that's it. Okay. So what is our... Oh my goodness. Okay. What has happened? What? You've got to be kidding me. Okay. Why can I not? There we go. Okay, my mouse is very, very broke. What in the world is happening? Stop. Okay. There we go. Okay. The thrust weight ratio is 0.92. That should be plenty. Although if we needed some extra, what we could actually do is move these a little bit apart and just add another one. Oh my goodness. Oh my... And that reduces our delta V a little bit, but it brings our thrust weight ratio above 1. I'm not sure if that's necessary or not. But to be on the safe side, let's go with it. Also, I would rather like to have some form of rover. First I need to see if do we have structural panels? No. Planetside exploration vehicle chassis. Okay, actually, we do have an external command seat, so does that count as a control point? This is a cargo pod that can be placed inside inventories. Alright, well, I wanted a rover, but we don't need one necessarily. Docking port, go ahead and put that on there. And then actually let's put a couple more docking ports in here just in case. Go on, here we go. Alright. Anything else we'll need? Put some batteries on. Again, just to be on the safe side. Why is that like that? Alright. That's fine. Anyway. Yeah, that should do it. Okay. Oh, also. Yeah, let's not... Okay. Let's not forget to add some monopropellant. Okay. Now it's kind of clipping into each other, but I'm not really happy with that. Hang on. I guess it's fine. Alright, and let's see if we pull up the center of mass. Actually, how many parts is this? 49, we're fine. Okay, the center of mass is there, so I am just going to go with... Where is it? Command and control. We're gonna go with these ones. And we're gonna go with 2 separate sets of blocks. Oh, actually. Is that... Alright. We can kind of do this with the batteries. And then I guess we can just remove this one from symmetry. Realistically, we don't really need the batteries either. But it's fine. Okay, we'll go with that. Also, there are RCS ports on this pod, so that's also fine. Okay, we'll move this up now. yeah, don't forget, our mission is to rescue Kerbals, so... hopefully this works. Now we need a decoupler. Which is obviously going to be coupling, and I'm failing at that. TD25. Disable the shroud. Ah, why did... There we go. And then we just want to strut this as well. So if we go to structural, here we go. Strictly speaking, that should probably be enough struts, but let's just go ahead and add a few more to be safe. Go with... not super fond of that. Hang on. Okay. That did not work. There we go. That... oh, only some of them worked. Wait, hang on, no, it's just... oh, I see what happened, okay. So we can't put it on the... monopropellant tanks. There we go. Okay. That should be enough. Good. Let's set this back to sea level. Wait, actually, hang on. Alright. Thrust rate ratio is low, but you know what? There's a lot of stuff on this that we're actually going to be deploying on the surface of the Mun, so it's okay. And actually, come to think of it, I nearly forgot parachutes again. Let's not do that. I guess we'll go with 2 here and then a couple drogues. Yeah, I'll go with that. Alright, good. So that's our lander. So now we need the rocket that's going to get it to space. So, let's start doing that. We don't need the center of mass anymore. Yeah, this can be the bus stage, and we'll use a skipper engine for this. Where's the skipper engine? Oh wait, skipper... no, definitely the skipper. Okay, I like the look of the boat tail, so we're gonna go with the boat tail. But actually, hang on. 1711. Yeah, it's actually just decoration. Doesn't change anything. Okay. So now we go into coupling and grab another decoupler. Oh. Okay, then I guess we won't use the boat tail. That's fine. Now more fuel tanks. I don't really know what I'm doing as far as decoration goes. But I guess we'll go with like a silver rocket. Also, what's the thrust rate ratio here? 0.84. Well, is that being measured? That's being measured at sea level, so that's fine. And then I guess we'll go with What do we use for the lower stage? If we put a swivel in the middle... Wait, actually. Yeah, swivel in the middle. Go with a compact design. Move this up. Okay. So the swivel in the middle, we should be able to have control authority. And then what's the most powerful of these? Is it the Reliant? Yeah, it's the Reliant. So if we use maybe 8 of these. And the compact variant. What's our thrust to weight ratio? 0.91 with oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? There we go. Thrust weight ratio of 1. Alright. We'll take that. That works. Because what we can also do is if we grab some radial decouplers, or hydraulic detach manifolds, but no, radial decouplers, we'll go with 4 solid rocket boosters on liftoff, which is a design that we've done before. And let's see, which boosters do we use? Pollux? Yeah, I think Pollux. Alright. Okay, good. And then we just put, oh wait, hang on, actually. Do this. And this. Is that right? Yeah, that looks right. I think that looks right. Kind of hard to say. That? Oh, the boosters aren't perfectly on. All right. There we go. That's those ones sorted, and then these ones are also offset slightly. Oh no, these ones don't look offset. So why are those ones off? Oh, it doesn't matter. All right, so now we just move these into place. Like that. Maybe down a couple more. Alright. And then these ones will go ahead and turn the thrust limiter to maybe 70? 72.5 is fine. Let's see, which 2 get lost first? That is correct, but we want to fire all 4 of them at the same time. We actually want to fire the liquid engines as well. So we'll do that. There we go. Yep, and yep. Excellent. And we'll go ahead and put... In fact, we could even cheat a bit more delta V out of this because... Actually, you know what, let's not. It's fine. We don't need to cheat. Well, we don't need the extra delta V, but it would be fun to have it. So let's just put these on like so, like that. Yep. Alright, excellent. And then we'll put some aerodynamic nose cones on top. But first, let's go ahead and connect these into the rocket. Alright. And now let's put some aerodynamic nose cones on them. I apologize for going quiet so often. I'm not very good at talking, I know, I'm sorry. Actually, let's do it the other way around. Let's give these ones some black on top and these ones just the white. There we go. Alright. We need some struts to hold the boosters to the rocket. It's not going to be the prettiest thing in the world, but it's just meant to be functional, so it's fine. That works, that's fine. Let's go ahead and add some launch clamps. There we go, 4 on the bottom. And then I guess we should add some on the boosters as well. Wait. Okay. We'll go with that. There we go. Okay. So that is our Mun rocket. Probably fairly overkill. But that's okay. So now we need a name for it. Any suggestions? Any suggestions for a name? What does this look like? USC. Okay, so the purpose is to rescue Kerbals from orbit and the surface of the Mun. That's why we've got that's why I spend so much time trying to get like excess delta V. Just call it Mun Rescue. Not very creative, but it's fine. It doesn't need to be. We'll go with that. And then I think other than that, it's good to go. So let's go ahead and save it. And launch. And let's go to the Mun and pick up those Kerbals who are stranded in orbit and on the surface. And hopefully it is a new place on the Mun and we're not just doing this for no reason. quiet stream today. Actually, let me reset this and see. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So now we wait. Can you guys hear me all right, by the way? How's the audio? I think you should be able to. All right, here's the rocket on the Mun. One of the Kerbals that we're picking up has actually been stranded for some time, so... Oh, I didn't cycle the crew, but that's okay. Because we're just going to the Mun. I mean, we could go to Minmus, but we're not going to. Alright, yeah, so if I zoom... Okay, well, I saw one in polar orbit of the Mun, so... Alright. And I'm pretty sure... Let's just check our contracts again. 2 vessels in orbit of Minmus... Nah, we're not doing that. Transmitter recovers scientific data from space around the Mun. That's fine. Bring a Munstone on the Mun back to Kerbin. We'll have a look for a Munstone. This is still theoretically going, but we haven't gotten any additional science from it. And then Yulgur, Luman, and Maya all in orbit of the Mun. Oh, no, one of them is on the surface of the Mun, Yulgur. Or Julgur. I don't know how you say your name. Anyway, let's go ahead and put this rocket in orbit, so SAS on, throttle up. And... liftoff! What is our thrust weight ratio? 1.42, we'll take it. That's a pretty good screenshot. Maybe we should have put some aerodynamic control surfaces on this, but you know, I don't think it's going to matter. Let's go ahead and pull up maneuver mode. And I'm on my own again. Quite a stream today, but that's alright. Didn't have a plan anyway, so it's cool. I did make the Falcon a nameplate, but she won't be flying anytime soon because I have no idea how to make her work. I didn't check the wind. What is the wind like? Come on. Quite bad, actually. Horizontal wind is 6 meters per second in climbing, so let's hope that's not terrible for us. We should also be tipping a lot farther over. We've got a lot of thrust and we're just kind of going up with it right now. There we go. Not too much because we'll want to push in a bit more throttle when the first set of SRBs burn out, but that's okay. The fuel tanks on top of the SRBs should already have burnt out as well. And to be clear, this rocket should be vastly overkill for what we're trying to do here. But that is kind of the point. Okay, there we are, supersonic. Excellent. actually looks pretty cool at night. Alright, we're through the cloud layer now. Pulling the thrust-to-weight ratio back slightly. Or the thrust-to-weight ratio, pulling the throttle back slightly. We should get flame out here shortly. Let's go ahead and put in a bit more throttle so that we can maintain our thrust-to-weight ratio when they do burn out. There they go, and separate. Uh-oh. Is that the rocket exploding, or is that just a booster exploding? I think it hit one of our engines. Or all of our engines. It hit all of our engines. Okay. We're reverting. we'll do that again. Let's try this again. That could have gone better. Damn it. Alright, so we are going to need then... Which one of these are it? Okay, it's the other set. So the pair with the black tips burn out first. No, they burn out last. And we're going to put some Sepitrons on this. How many parts are we at? We're 41, that's fine. Oops. That's fine. I'm gonna put them all here. Okay. So these are the ones that burn out last? Yeah. Alright, so let's just move this decoupler to here. And then move this. Oops. Up to here. There we go. And then we're going to do a similar thing for these boosters. There we go. Oops. Decouplers down. Good. Stage up. Okay, that's all we need. That should be plenty. USC Mun Rescue. We have parachutes, we have the docking port, we've got communication ability with Kerbin. Alright, everything is set. So let's go ahead and save this rocket again now that it's got separating motors. And hopefully those are enough to pull it away. Really hope they are. So yeah, save and launch. Let's try this again, and hopefully this goes a bit better. I guess we'll see. Give me just one sec, sorry. Okay. No one's talking to me. It's a very quiet stream. This is about what I expect when I start streaming, to be fair. Alright, we're back on the pad, so let's go ahead and try to get into orbit again. I still didn't... Should I actually cycle the crew? Jeb, Bill, and Bob, I mean, this is the classic trio. That's fine. Alright. Throttle up. Ignition. And... go a little bit higher. Lift off. Is that good? Yeah, we've got the thrust rate ratio to clear the ramps. There we go. That's a nice screenshot. Go ahead and start pitching over now. We will also toggle maneuver mode so we can see what our apoapsis is. We do have other Kerbals, but sticking with the main trio is fine for now, I guess. Again, we're just going to the Mun, which I'm pretty sure all of our pilots have been to, so it's fine. The wind didn't affect us as much last time. It's alright though. We'll hold our attitude about here, I think. Try to maintain it. Well, actually, we'll just keep pitching. I did just think, it was the bottom. It was the bottom of the SRBs that hit our engines last time. It'll be fine. Let's throttle back as we start hitting max Q. I'm guessing this is around max Q. It's supersonic anyway, so... Alright, we wound up on a pretty steep gravity turn, but that's okay. I'm really hoping that I got the staging right, because we might separate the wrong set of boosters otherwise. Also, pitch over. Why is this rocket not pitching? There we go. Alright, so that gives us a very steep gravity turn, but it's fine. Alright, that's flame out, so let's go ahead and separate. Good. Good. Nope. Something got hit. but we seem to be okay. Do we still have all 9 engines? Yes, we do. Alright, so let's go ahead and push the throttle in a little bit. Excellent. Alright, we'll take it. Now we can bring the throttle back, actually. We don't need that much thrust. However, we will want to compensate once these solids burn out, because the solids, I believe, are providing most of our thrust right now. So... as they start ramping down... oh, they still got quite a bit of fuel, actually. Alright, now let's go ahead and push the throttle in. So that when the solids burn out... good. Separate. Oh, that could have gone badly. Alright. We still maintain 1.45 thrust-to-weight ratio. Excellent. I'm not sure what's giving us roll control, but we can roll, so we'll take it. Because we only have the one swivel engine at the bottom. But it's fine. Also, yeah, one of the Kerbals... which one is it? Lumon? How long is that contract gonna last? I'm not sure how we check that. Because we've had that one for a long time. We had that one last stream as well. Like I said, we only have the one swivel, and I don't know how powerful it is. Okay, it can counter the natural tendency to point up, I guess. We're starting to get some heating effects. So as long as we point prograde, we should kind of be okay. In fact, actually, let's not lock prograde yet. And let's just hope that nothing actually... The antennae are the main thing I'm concerned about, but they're also not mission critical. Like, worst case scenario, they snap off and we can just recover this thing back on Kerbin. Okay, we have a spaceborne apoapsis, so that's good. I'm really, really hoping that this thing is as overbuilt as I wanted it to be. Looks like we're going to have about 4 kilometers per second. Actually, looks like we're going to have about 4.5 kilometers per second to play with, so that's good. one problem with using a swivel to control this is that it's a very big rocket. However, it does seem to be working for us. Mostly. We are going to be on a slightly inclined orbit, which isn't quite what I wanted, but that's okay. We are going to let this stage burn out. Alright. Throttle off so we can enable the next engine. Separate. And enable it. And actually burn away a little bit just so that we can clear it. There we go. Now I guess we wait until we leave the atmosphere. Shouldn't be too long now, hopefully. 970. We are in space. So let's go ahead and go to our apopsis, add a maneuver, and just put ourselves in orbit. Alright. Point at the node. We start our burn in 2 minutes. Okay. Time warp up to it. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Burn. Surprisingly long burn for using a skipper engine, although this is a pretty heavy rocket as well. Yeah. Thrust ratio was 0.97, so... We're going to try to correct our inclination a little bit as well. In fact, what is our inclination? If we go... Oh, let me go ahead and correct the camera so that we don't randomly jump around in space. And yeah, what is our inclination? 2.3 degrees. And dropping. Alright, 2.2 degrees, but that's fine. That is close enough for me. Alright. Inclination is 2.1 degrees. Not too bad. Okay, so now we set the Mun as our target. Because we need to get to it before we can do anything else. I think this is about where we want to burn. We're going to be doing a lot of maneuvering at night, huh? Oh well. Can we get closer to the Mun than that? Oh, that is going down, okay. Now it's going back up. Okay, so what is the closest we can get? 750 kilometers, alright. We'll aim for about 100. I'm not sure what their orbits are. Lumens Derelict, we've already done that one. Okay, Maya's Wreckage. Actually, No, we're not going to set that as the target yet, but let's go ahead and point spacecraft at the target now. Or not at the target, at the maneuver node. And once we're around the Mun, then we'll start figuring out what to do with the craft that need rescuing. Alright. Time warp. How is our mana and electric charge doing? Oh, they're fine. Actually, electric charge, we do have solar panels as well now, so it's not the end of the world if we do run out of electric charge. Also, we've got an alternator on this engine, so we have options, basically. There is the orbital sunrise. That's pretty. The Mun should be rising as well. Or did I miss the Mun rise? No, I don't see it. That's Juna and that's Jewel. That's cool. That's Eve out there. We can time warp this a little bit. I don't know why I haven't been. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And burn. Give me just 1 second. I apologize that we're not really advancing like to other planets yet. I have basically, in fact, do you think this lander would be able to do it? This lander might actually be able to get to Juna and back. So maybe next stream we'll try that. I think we actually do have the Delta V for it. If we're on a transfer window. I'm not sure how much Delta V Juna takes, though, to get to and from. Well, I didn't get a free return trajectory, but we're definitely going to escape Kerbin if we end up. But you know what, that's fine. We'll deal with that when it comes to it. Looks like we'll be doing a mid-course correction anyway, because that's not really where we want to be. I wish I could see the spaceships around the Mun. 300, 400, 300, 200, okay, 100. That's close enough. Oh, what? Really don't like when it does things like that. Okay, we want to try to get more or less equatorial around the Mun. Is that about equatorial? It's hard to tell, there's a lot going on screen. Is that about equatorial? I think that's about equatorial. And then we can also try bringing the periapsis in a bit. But let's actually go for a low Mun orbit, because I think we wanted... There was something that wanted from space near to the Mun, right? So if we go for like 25 or 22, that's also fine. Yeah, so we'll go with that. So that is our correction burn, so let's go ahead and point towards the node there. This is one heavy spaceship. The thing is, the lander's not going to be much lighter once we actually separate from the transfer stage. It's going to be a 39 meter per second burn, that's fine. So we actually do have quite a bit of excess delta V in this stage, but that's alright. That is something that I had actually wondered about. Alright, now let's time warp to our burn. It's cool, you can see Erlem and Sarnas out there. Okay, let's go ahead and time warp up to it. 40, 30, 20, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Burn. That is... close enough. Alright. 22 kilometer periapsis. Go ahead and add a maneuver and let's go ahead and get into lunar orbit. Oops. That was not what we wanted to do. Can we get like a 22 by 22 kilometer orbit? Nearly. Alright, we can get 24 by 22. That's close enough. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, I'm not really sure why, but this rocket does not like pitching, and it's kind of fine with yawing, so... But for some reason I insist on using pitch to control it. I'm also not using RCS because 190 units of monopropellant is not that much, so... I mean, it's a fair amount, but it's not a huge amount. I'm going to want some of it to actually rendezvous with our targets, so we're going to point at our node like so, disable SAS, and time warp into the Mun sphere of influence. That's Jewel over there. Juna. You can see a lot of planets from where we are right now. This is the game freezing as we enter the Mun sphere of influence. So we should now see ourselves time warping down very close to the Mun. Once the game unfreezes, which is going to take a little while. There we go. And is that Moho out there? Yeah, it is. Well, that's cool. Oops. Okay. There we go. Took Parallax a second to load in, but that's alright. Go ahead and enable SAS. Let's go ahead and time warp to our burn as well. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then in 2 seconds, 1 second, 0, burn. And we'll just do this to the best of our ability. We have a lot of excess delta V in this stage as well, which kinda isn't what I was hoping for. Alright, 25 by 21. We'll take it. So now, we're in science near to the Mun. Or, in science near to the Mun, in space near to the Mun. Let's go ahead and run the magnetometer boom report. Trace magnetic fields are magnified by the sensitive instrument and measured in real time as you orbit near the celestial body. It's almost like hearing the heartbeat of a planet. Knowing it's dead inside or something is churning. We could transmit it for 78% science value, or we could recover it for full science value. Let's just keep it then. That doesn't work when landed on a planetary body, but that's alright. We haven't run this yet. Screen on. We're too high. Alright. I'm not sure what altitude we need to be for that to work then. But that's okay. I'm pretty sure we're not going to get anything from these. Yeah. Observe the mystery goo. We don't get anything for transmitting it, so no point. Run atmospheric analysis, cannot be done right now. And seismic data, can't be done right now. Alright, cool. So we've done the only science we can do. Let's go ahead and... oh, no, that's our own spaceship. This is who we want. Alright. Set her as our target, find where our descending node is. Or ascending node. Actually, yeah, let's use the ascending node. Actually... okay, we're in a much lower orbit. That's the wrong way. Where'd it go? Oh my goodness. There we go. And then... okay. Kind of not in a good position for an encounter, are we? So we might just want to fix... we might just want to fix our inclination for right now. We might as well set our apoapsis to the same as hers, though. Which is 57 kilometers. That is close enough. Can we retract the boom? Yes. We can collect that by going on EVA later. Or actually, we have 35 minutes until the burn. Let's just... Bob is our scientist, so let's get him on EVA. Okay. And then, can you take an EVA report? You can, there's just no reason to. Download data. Alright, excellent. I am curious about this, if he can do anything with it. He can turn the screen on. That is great. It's too high to be doing anything though, so that's not something we need to concern ourselves with. We can turn the light on. There we go. And get back inside. There we go. Hi, Jeb. Perfect. Oh, that is an amazing... What? Look at that! That is an amazing shot. Are you kidding me? That looks so cool. That is so freaking pretty. Look at that. You got Kerbin out one window, the Mun out the other. Oh, actually, and does Kerbin starts to... Yeah, as Kerbin starts to set, you get the... Alright, hang on. We need to go back to... Yeah, that's... That is just gorgeous. Look at that. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Anyway, let's go ahead and point towards our maneuver. Come on. There we go. This is a 210 meter per second burn. Okay, so the burn that we run to actually encounter our target should run us out of Delta V then, I hope. Because I would much prefer to be using the lander for this. Because lander has 2.6 kilometers per second of Delta V, which is more than enough. Alright. Time warp to our burn. Can watch for Kerbin rise, I guess. There's Sarnus again. Erlum. Nidon. Kerbin. Juna and Jewel. That is our previous landing site. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's a 12-second burn. This is one that I want to be doing from this view. Nope. We passed it slightly, but that's okay. Okay, so now at the apoapsis, let's try... hang on. Maybe not at apoapsis. What if we burn here? Can we... Oh! We nearly had it. Okay, that's 1.9. Let's go ahead and get this up and bring it down so that we're making small adjustments. Oops. Okay. 1.8. Okay, 1.8 is the best we can do. Yeah, 1.8 is the best we can do. So that is fine. Is it really? Yeah, it actually is, but that is fine. So we'll go for the 1.8 kilometer separation. That's going to be a 2-second burn, so not much. And we have 25 minutes to burn, so we've got time to set ourselves up. I hope the one other person in here with me is enjoying it. I apologize that not much is happening. I know we haven't really done much, but what can you do? Let's go ahead and time warp to the burn. I did not check our relative velocity. Hang on. What is our relative velocity? Over 1 kilometer per second. Okay. We're orbiting the Mun in the wrong direction. We're orbiting... So we need to cancel all of that and actually redo it. I think the lander has the delta V for that? Oh, it does, but oh. Okay, we're going to be spending half of our fuel doing that. That's not great. Gonna be honest, that's not great. Okay, what's our... well, that's not... Alright. The fact that we're going in the wrong direction explains a lot about this. Let me just see which way we're orbiting. Alright, we're going that way, so... Let's warp to here. And then we're going to need to point retrograde. Point retrograde. And then, yeah, like I said, we're going to have to kill all of our velocity, which is going to spend all of the fuel in this stage, and a decent amount in the lander as well. I hope we still have enough. I think we will. I think we will. Okay, I think it... Here. Alright, well... That's fine. We still just need to kill relative velocity, and I completely misjudged how close we were. This could definitely have gone better. But once we have actually reversed our orbital trajectory, then it should be a lot easier to get an encounter. We can probably do it mostly with RCS as well, so that's good. One good thing is I'm pretty sure our thrust to weight ratio is, oh, very, very high. Alright, so once we've done this, we might actually go with a, we might go with shutting down 4 of the Terriers so that we can get a little bit more Delta V. This is a very inefficient way to rendezvous. This is a very inefficient way to do anything. Alright. We'll go with that. And then... Okay, actually, if we come to... Yeah, if we come to here... Is that not the direction we're orbiting? Oh, our first pass... Okay, that's fine. Oh, wait, it's not the direction we're orbiting. Oh, hang on. We're orbiting this way. Alright. What? You've got to be kidding me. No. Oh, is that... Hold on. Okay, 5.2. Can we get closer than that? Yes, we can. Ooh. Can we get within physics range of it? Yes, okay. That will deorbit us. But we're going this way, so we can just reorbit after the fact. That's 145 meters per second. Okay, that's fine. Oh, this feels like a dream to maneuver now without the skipper stage. Alright, time warp to our burn. Wait, hold on. Yeah, okay. Phew. Two kilometers is close enough. We can kill relative velocity when we get there, so let's go ahead and start warping to it. Point retrograde, where... We should see it. Okay, so we're pointing... Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, so now that we've got this encounter, let's go ahead and shut down our engines. Okay. Still just 1400 meters per second at Delta V? That's fine, I guess. Alright. So now we want to point at the target. Okay. If I could figure out how. There we go. Okay. Closest approach is getting a lot closer. Let's wait until we get below a kilometer from it. Alright. And now we can kind of do that same thing again. Excellent. Now we get even closer to it. Alright. And then we do that same thing again, but this time we also start killing some of our momentum towards it. Alright. Is this one that the Kerbal can EVA from? If so, then we might actually just be able to... Hang on. Oh, oops. Alright. How much mana propellant do we have left? Quite a bit. Is this one that Maya can EVA from? Do you have power? You do not. Okay. Yes, it is. Alright, good. So you're just going to get out, and you're going to join our crew. Where's the hatch on? Ah, there it is. I didn't actually mean to boop the spaceship, obviously, but whatever, it's fine. Also, why are so many Kerbals just in debris? Okay, you can take a seat here. Alright, and we have a new Kerbal. What is she? She's a scientist. Alright, cool. We got another one. There is still another Kerbal orbiting the Mun, and I don't know where. Okay, tell you what. Let's turn the lights off. Are we still burning any power? Burning. Are we still using any power? No. Okay. So, we're going to unset her as our target. And where is that one Kerbal who is orbiting the Mun? Like, we should... I guess we could land here. What's this? Oh, that's overkill. I'm just not... Like, there is one Kerbal in a polar orbit and I don't know where. I would very much like to rescue her, but I can't find her. Lumon, yeah. Can I go to the tracking station and find her? Oh, not like that. Hang on. If I hit escape, can I go to the tracking station? Yes. One sec, I'm sorry. Alright. Yeah, here. Lumon's derelict. Oh, it's orbiting in that. Oh, I see. It's very high. Okay. But we don't see. Oh. I don't think we have a connection to it. Alright. Where are we? USC Mon Rescue. I see. Okay. So we kind of have an idea of where she is. I probably should have taken note of her apoapsis and periapsis, but she's in such an inclined orbit. Anyway. She's in an inclined and very high orbit. So it might actually be better to pick her up on the way home. Like after we get Yulger, because Yulger we know roughly where they are. And she was like out here, right? So, alright. So, Yulger is here. And I guess we could, if we set that as our target, that's our ascending node. Okay. If we come here, oh, whoops. Do that. Just get into a more inclined orbit, really. Okay. I guess we can do that. So... "53-second burn? Wow, okay. That's a lot. But, okay, that's fine. I guess actually, because we've only got the one engine... Oh, thrust ratio is still above 1. Oh. Time warp to the burn. We really did just stay right around Maya's wreckage, huh? Anyway, yeah, Yulger scrap is actually in a very different region of the Mun, so that's good. I don't actually know if that increased our delta V turning off those 4 engines or not. I probably should have been paying a bit more attention to it. But yeah, we're just trying to put ourselves into a very inclined orbit, which we can then just sit in until... Actually, do you know what? Come to think of it, let's go ahead and extend some of our communications equipment. Just because maybe it can get us... Maybe it can actually tell us where Lumon is. That is close enough. So yeah, now we can just wait here in orbit until... Oh. Let's select the Mon. And then we can just wait for... Damn it. Did we miss it? Oh, not really, but... Wow, okay. Lumon is a lot farther south than I thought. So, we're moving in this direction, so let's go ahead and add a maneuver here. We'll go with a landing trajectory like this. And we'll just divert it like that. That works. Good enough. 135 meter per second burn. That's fine. So, worth mentioning as well, we don't have a huge amount of Delta V to play with, but I think 1200 should be enough. We actually have less than I thought we would, but that's because we had to reverse our entire Mon orbit. So, it's fine. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did I even set... I didn't even set it as the target, did I? There we go. Can we see it on the Mon? No, I think it's over this horizon. Okay. Oh, it's definitely across the horizon from us, yeah. Okay. So now we can time warp down a little bit. Alright. We can see it, so let's go ahead and lock retrograde. Go ahead and set this to surface. Let's enable a couple more engines. I'm not sure we're going to have the delta V to get home. 300 meters per second, I don't think that's going to be enough. Genuinely, I'm not sure that's going to be enough. Actually, it's not going to be enough, is it? Because we need... Oh, dear. Okay. How much monopropellant is in here? Okay, we still have all of it. That's good. Because it takes about 300 meters per second to get into orbit of the Mon. Actually, yeah, it takes about 300 meters per second to get into orbit of the Mon. We don't have enough. Shoot. Okay, well, at the very least, we can... Okay, this is going to be a very, very hard landing, but it's okay. We completely failed there. Also, wait, excuse me? Okay, call me crazy, but it looks like that is floating, right? Okay. That we will take. That was probably the most hectic landing I've ever done, but it's fine. Now can we do this? Log seismic data. Now we can do this. Let's go ahead and keep that. Also, let's get Bob on EVA. And the mystery goo, you cannot deploy. Oh, right, yeah, because I need to... Alright, hang on. You don't need this, you need this. You also don't need your EVA pack, I guess. Okay. Deploy this. Actually, not yet. Hang on. We landed in kind of a field, so maybe we can find a Munstone here, but also we're going to actually need to come back to the Mun. We can use the same rocket, because we actually are just going to one place, but yeah, that's kind of... We'll put it here. Not super far from the lander, but it's okay. Oh. You're outside of your part anyway. That's good. Is there anything in here? Are there any, like, consumables that we can take? Doesn't look like it. Okay, push it over. Good. Why are you outside? Yeah, literally, why are you outside? Because you... Okay, so that is just a camera. Okay. Anyway. There's Kerbin in the sky. Where's our lander? Where is our lander? Why can't I see it? Where did we land? Where the hell is our lander? Okay, okay, yeah, good. I guess that is our target so we can see something. Oh, weird. Okay. Actually, what is she? She is a pilot. Okay. Part of the reason that I am getting her over to this lander is because I'm hoping that we get a lot of Delta V back once we... Basically, there's a chance we get some Delta V back once we have deployed all the science equipment, because we brought quite a bit with us. Alright. Good. Actually, you know what? She can just be part of the mission now, so let's go ahead and have her... Oh, no, it needs to be an engineer, right? Yeah, it needs to be an engineer, so... For now, we'll put her on the spaceship so she knows she might have a ride home. Honestly, that much is unclear right now. Also, do you have a flag? Because if you can plant a flag up, you can. What does your flag say? Because you're not going to have our mission flag. Poapsis Industries. Well, that's kind of fun. Rescued. I still have that contract to pick up a Munstone. To be honest, I might just let it expire at this point because I have no idea where to find one with Parallax, so... Like, there is a non-zero chance that we just actually can't. Why can you not grab the other ladder? Hello? It's right there. Just grab it. Just... Okay, she hit her head. Okay, good to know. So I think we're gonna need to get an engineer out here to fix that. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Oh yeah, that works. Of course that works. Okay, Bill. Get outside. You're going to have some work to do, I guess. Oh, also... Not Jeb. You are going to need to put your things in here. Alright. Now let's go ahead and get this out. Take the ladder. Oh, good. I'm not sure what I'm hearing. Okay. Let's try that. Why is the lander doing this? Okay. Okay, now try going back up. And we get stuck. Alright, well let's just let go of the ladder. Because we don't need it, right? Good job, Bill. Get back up. This is having some issues. Not you. Okay, leg. Leg. Leg! Landing leg stress, spring damper. Okay. Now can you get up? No. You know what? It's fine. These are low enough for them to access, so yeah. I don't even know what I just gave you. What is this? No, that's also going to need to be deployed by a scientist. Okay. So, escape. Let's actually just carry it over to Bob. Let's get the other science equipment. Oh, the EVA science. Well, not yet. Oh. Okay, those two are for Bill. Okay. Here we go, Bill. You good, Bill? Okay. Per units available 0. Okay. Total power needed 3 low voltage. So the first thing we can do is set up a solar panel. There we go. There are more solar panels on the Hitchhiker as well, so we can grab those as well in a bit. I don't know if they get a buff from being deployed by an engineer or not. Okay. That's empty, that's empty. Other than that, yeah, I don't think we actually have the Delta V to get back to Kerbin. It's a bit of a problem. Can I reach the survey station from down here? No. However, I reckon what we can do... Oh my goodness. Whoops. I reckon what we can do... is have Jeb transfer the things that we need. Oh. Well, okay. We can have Jeb climb slightly down the lander, and then we can have him transfer the things that we need. Wait, no. Yeah. Pin this one. Okay. What else is in here? EVA fuel canisters. Yeah, okay. Oh, also, let's have him... Can I have him transfer the EVA pack down here? Yeah. There we go. Because that way both of our Kerbals can access their EVA equipment, so they can get back onto the spaceship. Also, EVA report. Oh, never mind. Take a surface sample? No. Alright, never mind. I told you to... Oh, you can't get on board for some reason. Alright, there we go. Board. Okay, Bill Kerman. I'm not putting these down optimally, and I don't really care because, to be honest, we just need the power. and see what biome we're in, but unfortunately this is a biome of the one that we've been in before, so it doesn't really matter. Total power needed 4, total power units available, power units produced 0. Power units required 1. Alright, so that just takes time, I guess. We're probably not going to be able to get that one. That kind of sucks. I wanted to get, because she's been in orbit of the month for so long now. Alright, I'll be back with you guys in a second. Stay with the Kerbals on the Month for a bit.